Hey everybody, hey, it's Shooter FPV, and what I want to try to do is I want to try to document the process that I'm doing to do the dipping for the frame project that I'm working on. I know that some people want to try to do this themselves. It takes a lot of steps. It's painstaking, it's slow, but in the end it comes out great. I mean, you can see I've done 3 arms already. Front and back. Looks pretty cool. They're still wet, but that's okay. I want to do this, just a quick overview of, my process, what I do, and that way maybe it'll inspire somebody to want to do it. It's really cool. You can get all sorts of patterns, colors, things like that. It's actually really cool. The hard part is that the frame is a lot of pieces. A lot of people do hard hats. That's a big thing. Car parts, stuff like that, and those are big pieces, but they're just one piece, so it's kind of easy. You dip it and you're done. But with the frame, it's a lot of pieces, and it's just slow. So anyway, so as you can see, the film, what you got to do is you just get some regular painter's tape and tape around the border of the film. What happens is when it hits the water, it tries to expand, and so the tape kind of holds it together so that it doesn't expand. And it'll distort the pattern and make it kind of weird. And then when you hit it with the activator, it makes it expand even more. The activator is what makes it stick to whatever you're going to dip in it. So when you do that, it makes it expand more. So the tape just holds it together. Some people show in videos that they cut slits in a couple here on the corner, a couple on the sides and stuff. I tried that, but it still makes it spread, and it spreads too much. And then they also have you put tape in your dip bucket to hold it all together. It's just a pain in the butt. I've done this way and it works out really well. I mean, you can see here that it works out great. So I just stick with the tape all around, don't cut it, and I just drop it in and I'm done with it. So for a dip bucket, you can use anything. And as you can see, what I just got is just a square bin. And as long as it's deep enough to stick your hand through it, into it, to dip it, you're fine. The size doesn't matter as long as it's just big enough for the parts, and for the parts for this frame, it's big enough, so it works out fine. The water has to be within, they say 70 to 90 degrees. I try to keep it close between 80 and 90, and that works pretty well. What that equates to is probably it's just like lukewarm water. After a while, you kind of get used to what the temperature is, but it's not like super hot where you can't touch it. It's lukewarm, kind of like, just regular, warm water. So the process is you drop the film on the water, you let it sit for a minute. You have to actually time it, so I got another phone here to time it. And after a minute, you spray your activator, ink drink, which is this, from One Hit Wonder Paint. Works really well. You spray that on the film and you wait about 30 seconds, and then you're ready to dip. I'd show you how to drop the film on the water, but you need 2 hands, so I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to drop the film on the water and then come back, and hopefully I can do the rest with 1 hand, but we'll see. I really want to show you guys how I do this, and it's just really cool. So I'm going to pause the video, I'm going to drop it, and then I will be back. All right, so the film is in the water. You can see it. You can't really see, you're not going to see much. You'll see like little, kind of like little ripples in it, but it's okay. You might have air bubbles, and what you can do is you can actually either lightly drag the bubbles to the edges, or you can even blow on it too, and the air bubbles come out. But it's kind of hard to see what it looks like right now. I got my timer on. I got about 30 seconds left. So what I'm going to do is actually, while that's doing that, I'm going to shake up my activator and get that ready to go. Sorry for the shaking in the video. All right, so we got about 10 seconds or so. And I already got my part, and I got a little tab. I put a little tab here so I can hold it. All right, so now I'm going to set my timer for 30 seconds, and I'm going to spray the activator. Now, I know you're not supposed to do this indoors because it's really not good to breathe, and I kind of can attest to that, but I got no choice. I don't want, it's, you know, it's almost midnight, and I don't feel like doing it outside. It's been really windy lately, so here we go. I'm going to spray the activator. All right, as you can see, it's kind of cloudy, or maybe you can't see, and my timer is set, so 30 seconds. And what'll happen is you can tell it's working well, because what happens is when you look at it from the side, I don't know if you can catch that or not, but it just looks like it's like totally clear. It's like clean, nice and flat. The pattern is big enough for my part. You know, it's definitely big enough. You can see that, you know, I definitely have enough room there. So all right, so my timer's going to go off, so I am going to try to do this while I'm holding a phone and videotaping this. So let me get into the light here. So now what I do is you're supposed to go in at an angle and kind of spread it, but with this being so flat, what I've seen works really well is I'm going to just stick it in there like this. You got to go real slow and steady, and then swish it around just for a little bit, and then dun dun dun, look at that. That looks pretty cool. So now you can see that there's like a gloss over it. It's actually really like slimy. There's like a slime there, and what you got to do is you wait a couple of minutes after you dip, and then what you do is you run it under water for a good 5 minutes or so. The gooey stickiness will wash away, and then you're ready to go to do whatever you need to do with it. I'm not going to be shooting it with clear coat until tomorrow afternoon, so I'll have a chance to set and everything. But what I'm going to do it off video, is I'm going to go upstairs and just rinse this off, and what I'll do is I'll come back and show you the washed off part and finish this up and show you how it looks. But you can see it looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, and wear gloves, because this paint will go all over your hands. It kind of cleans off a little easy, but it's still, I mean, if your water is deep, you're gonna have paint way up your arms. So all right, so I'm gonna go rinse, and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. Got this rinsed off. It took a while. Like I said, do it for about 4 or 5 minutes. You can actually feel, now it feels like it's like a, regular part. The gooey stuff is all washed off. And it looks good. I like it. So what I'll do is, after it dries a bit, I'm going to take this off. And this is the side I already did. I'm protecting that side because we double dipped. So I'll peel that off, let it dry overnight, and hopefully shoot it with the clear coat tomorrow, and it'll be done for assembly by the weekend. It'll look really good, I think. I hope anyway. It's a lot of work, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end. So I'm glad I could document this process. Hopefully other people can try it. Like I said, it's a pain. It's long, but hey, I think it'll work. So, all right, so I guess that's it. As I say, rip some packs, have some fun, and we'll see you next time.